Hey everyone! Welcome back to Life is Strange Before the Storm. I'm recording episode 2 now. I decided to dress a little bit like Rachel inspired for this episode because she has the white shirt and the red flannel on in this episode. I also have the Chloe Price bullet necklace because I couldn't find any necklaces that looked like Rachel would wear them. Also, I don't think she wears a necklace in this episode, or I might be wrong. I wish I had like the feather earring, but even if I did have it, like I couldn't wear it because my lobe piercings closed up. So yeah, that's the end of that. And like I could get them pierced again, but the amount of times that I've gotten them re-pierced, it's ridiculous at this point. Like I don't think there's any more surface area for like piercers to try and like make a hole. So yeah, I'm just sticking to like facial piercings, and like I've got my like industrial and my helix and shit. I don't know if you can see them on camera. But anyways, yeah, let's just get right into this episode then. Because we have no music, I'm gonna miss the most iconic, the most legendary song in this episode, and that makes me so angry. I might have to like put on the music for that scene, and then I'll have to like mute it when I edit it and upload it to YouTube, so it'll be silent for YouTube. At least I can like hear it now while I'm filming, just so I don't like die of sadness. Okay, let's do this. I'm wearing skinny jeans today, and they're like trying to swallow me. Why is it so quiet? Alright, hopefully this is just the previously on.
I see you slipping. I'm worried.
We don't have to like each other, but you will respect.
Wait a minute. No, I can't do the settings in the previously on. Okay, fine. I'll try and fix the volume after. But I can't even put my feet up because like these jeans are so damn tight. I used to be way skinnier when I was a teenager. Like, I'm still thin, but I used to be very skinny. And now I'm more like, I guess straight size would be the term. And sometimes I put on like my old stuff from a few years ago and I'm just like, ooh, it's tight. The legendary female rage scene. Hang on. Grab my controller. Oh yeah, I think this is better. I think it was just in the previously on, the volume was a little quiet. Oh, and Rachel's bracelet too. I don't have anything like that.
Miss Price, how good of you to join us.
I'm so sorry we're late. My shift ran late at the diner, and then just sorry.
The class disparity between Rose and Rose and James and Joyce and like Chloe and Rachel immediately is so interesting. Like with like Joyce still wearing her apron from the diner, like running late because her shift ran late at the diner, and you see like the way James and Rose are dressed, like very immaculate, very like, you know, prim and proper, and the way Rose is looking at her kind of like half judgy, half pity, and like the stains on her apron and shit. It's like immediately the vibes are vibing.
One is new to the Blackwell disciplinary process, and the other is all too familiar with it. Blackwell's code of conduct is built upon a foundation of mutual
you're on my
respect
shit list.
meant to foster
like
an
when I
environment
catch you,
conducive
truly.
to education and enrichment. When that respect is violated,
reality check time.
She's not even listening.
Yesterday did
Fair,
actually
honestly.
happen. I ditched school with Rachel Amber.
There's something so funny about like Wells going on his tangent about like the holiness of the ivory tower, right? Like this institution is respectable and like you need to take these our rules seriously and blah blah blah. you know, like going on his little spiel, and meanwhile Chloe's just like gazing at Rachel all gay and shit, like having her little like lesbian freakout moment.
Really did start that fire. And that was after we actually agreed to run away from here. Right?
Are you paying attention to me, Chloe?
No.
What?
Miss Price, the last time we met, an agreement was brokered. Do you recall what that was?
Don't screw up.
Don't get in trouble again?
Trouble is merely the byproduct, Miss Price. What's at issue is your attitude.
Oh, fuck you.
We agreed that you would rededicate yourself to becoming an exemplary Blackwell citizen.
We did?
Christ alive.
In the event that
Citizen? Really? Okay, that first of all, that's a whole thing, but also, like, I've ranted about this so much in my video essay already, so I don't want to get too much into it, but, like, the way he's talking about her here, like this is a hearing, it's, like, also carceral, and, like, it brings up issues with the carceral justice system as well, like, the why, but, like, you see it especially, like, when it's, like, reinforced in other places, like, academia, how like harmful and shitty it is to like view a person as the sum of their mistakes and view a person as a problem, and like to always take a punitive approach to like dealing with like the things that they're doing essentially that you don't like. And like I think I said this last episode, like not like taking into consideration, or at least trying to take into consideration, why she might be behaving this way, like why she might be like feeling some type of way, why she might have like what he calls an attitude, which like I just call like being realistic about things and not always like wanting to like suck up to authority and follow the rules when they don't always like make sense, or just like designed to like drill obedience into you and turn you into like a good little soldier for capitalism. It's so frustrating. So frustrating, man. Like, I hate private schools. I hate academia, and yet I'm still in it. So it must make me some kind of hypocrite. But yeah, despite it all, like, I do enjoy, like, learning about stuff and, like, getting to, like, have conversations about cool shit and write about cool shit. And sometimes you have cool professors, but, like, I hate the institution. Like, I hate when it's turned, like, the process of learning into... God, I hate, like, authoritarian bullshit, and I hate, like, punitive bullshit, and I hate the way Wells speaks to and about Chloe. It's so dehumanizing and gross, and just, I hate it.
You were unable or unwilling to do so. We also agreed that it would become pertinent to reassess your future status at the Academy. Despite all this, you engaged in the following actions yesterday. Insubordinate language. Disregarding posted signs about trespassing on the stage.
Okay, I did do that. That's fair. But I think it's interesting. How he says insubordination. Like, he uses the same language as David, i.e. the language of the military. Like, he speaks to her like, he speaks to her, first of all, like she's a criminal, and then also like she's a soldier who's like not like following orders, which is really interesting. I don't think I've ever really caught that before, that like similar use of the word insubordination between both Wells and David and what that implies. Like, because I sort of mentioned it earlier, like a good little soldier for capitalism. Because like if you look at academia and you look at the military, like, I guess I never really thought to compare those two, but there is something to be said about, like, I don't know, maybe I'm grasping at straws here, but I think there is something to be said about, like, treating, like, teenagers particularly as, like, essentially, like, misbehaving grunts or whatever, like soldiers who aren't following orders, and then, like, punishing them accordingly. Like, it's that similar, like, system.
Of possible drug-related activities.
Implications.
Yes. What does that mean?
So we're just going to make assumptions then, based on no hard evidence. Marijuana,
and I would strongly recommend you take a careful look through her room at home. Shall I continue?
you don't have any actual hard
Attempting
proof
to
of that.
sabotage
You just
the
have
academic goals of
her
one of our
reputation,
top
which is
students,
not like how that works.
Victoria Chase.
She cheated.
Academic goals like doing her own homework? Because I thought Blackwell had a zero-tolerance policy on plagiarism.
Excellent suggestion. Stricter punishment for students who violate
That is not what she
Blackwell's
was
code of
saying, but of
conduct
course you would
is
interpret
next
it that
on our
way.
agenda. For her plagiarism, Miss Chase might have been suspended.
Chloe, you tried to get someone suspended?
That's not what happened. Oh my god.
If Mr. Prescott, Nathan Prescott, hadn't spoken to me on Victoria's behalf,
Convenient.
and we have witnesses saying Miss Price was also involved in a bullying incident of the same Mr. Prescott.
He was literally just I was literally just standing there. I didn't do shit.
Involved means not sticking out my neck for Blackwell's richest ass child. I didn't realize that was a crime.
Your lack of awareness does not absolve you of anything, Miss Price.
Oh, Chloe. Bullying?
Maybe you should be talking to Drew instead of me. You know, the guy who actually did what
Yeah,
you were accusing me
literally.
of.
Mr.
Christ
North's
alive.
situation requires sensitivity. It will be handled separately.
I also talk about this in my video essay, but the unfairness of all of this, like, saying that Drew's situation requires sensitivity, but apparently Chloe's doesn't? Why? Because, like, they're essentially going through very similar things in terms of, like, class-related, like, money issues, not to mention, and then there's the fact that Chloe's father passed away, and, like, they're not taking into consideration, like, her clear, like, symptoms, or her clear, like, examples of exhibiting mental distress. Like, they're not seeing that as, like, something that they need to, like, be aware of and, like, maybe try to help her with or get her help for. They see it as just, like, more evidence of her acting out and her being a problem. And I also mentioned this in my video essay because, like, Chloe is, like, being, like, a bad, quote-unquote, like, bad victim. And, like, Sarah also touches on this a bit in the Game Assist video essay on Life is Strange, The Price of Life, where, like, because she's rude and, like, abrasive and, like, she's problematic. Like, it makes her, like, the kind of person that, like, people don't want to see as, like, in need of help or struggling, as opposed to someone like Kate, who, like, exhibits all, like, the traditional signs of depression and, like, doesn't lash out at people. Instead takes that self-hatred, like, and that pain and, like, turns it inward and then tries to hurt herself. And, like, they don't really do shit about Kate either, but, like, they essentially, like, pretend to give a shit after it's already reached a breaking point, i.e. she either tries to kill herself or succeeds in killing herself, and then she's effectively, as Sarah puts it, martyred by a community who didn't give a shit about her or something like that. And the way Chloe behaves is very, like, counter what's the word I'm looking for? Like, the way Chloe behaves is very, like, much like how, like, she's not supposed to behave in like, accordance with her gender, because she's, like, loud and brash and blunt and, like, aggressive and unapologetic and, like, queer, and, like, all of those things, like, add to the way people, like, have this very, like, negative attitude towards her. Like, it's funny, I was seeing this TikTok, I think it was last year or maybe the year before, I don't know, time is fake. This woman was talking about how, like, she has this, like, innate ability to bring the worst out of men without even meaning to or trying to. They just automatically hate her on sight, even when, like, guys tend to be super chill, and, like, everyone, like, every other girl, like, talks about them being super chill and super nice. Like, 20 minutes with her, and all of a sudden they're, like, just exploding with rage. And, like, and she was sort of speculating on why that is, and, like, why she seems to, like, bring that side out of guys. And a lot of people in the comments were talking about, well, I think a lot of this probably has to do with, like, stuff like race, or queerness, or neurodivergence, like, basically anything that, like, women aren't, like, anything that makes women, like, deviate from the traditional, like, white cis hetero, like sort of, like, passive and, like, subordinate, like, norm or whatever. Anything that women aren't supposed to be, men, like, react to that in you and, like, respond accordingly. And it's something that I've also experienced too. Like, guys just don't like me most of the time, discounting my stepdad and, like, my dad. But, like, a lot of the guys my age, like, not that I would make much of an effort to make them like me to begin with, but they would always have this sort of, like, especially when I was a teenager, have this sort of, like, just meh, like, attitude towards me. Like, just something about me just put them off. And, like, I wonder if that's, like, autism or lesbianism or, like, a combination of the two. So, yeah, I think that's interesting. And I think there's something to be said about that with Chloe as well. And, like, she brings this just, like, she brings it out of men. She really does. Like, it's definitely something worth noting.
Mom, you know this is all bullshit, right?
Chloe, now is not the time.
God.
And yet, even with your prodigious disciplinary record, Miss Price, we needn't discuss any of it.
We needn't?
We needn't?
No, because you severed your relationship with Blackwell the minute you left school grounds without permission.
Rachel did that too. And she
What
literally
does
just
that
did that once.
It means you forced my hand. This is a consequence of your actions, Chloe. I have no choice
I
but
made
to...
her do it.
Rachel's a real one for
What?
this. For
What?
real.
Yesterday was all me.
Like, her
Yeah,
recognizing that, like, she has more
was
privilege in the
having a bad
situation,
day.
and her taking the
I
heat for
needed to blow
Chloe.
off some steam, and
Is-
I took it too far.
Just one of
Chloe tried
those
to talk me
moments
out of
that
it.
not many people
I've
talk
been down
about.
that road, she told me,
That's actually,
You're
like,
better than
really
this.
good.
but I wouldn't listen. See, Chloe was afraid I'd get in trouble or hurt, so she came with me, but only to keep me safe. I'm just sorry you got caught up in it, Chloe.
Light of my life.
You allowed me to drag you down to my level.
Like, you can make the argument that Chloe isn't really trying very hard to, like, make certain people like her and, like, behave and get along, but, like, it's also kind of understandable why. And a lot of that just has to do with her not wanting to, like, suck up to people she doesn't like and, like, get along just for the sake of getting along, and I can really relate to that.
Yeah, sure. We're cool. Thank you. I'll make it up to you. I promise.
Chloe, is this true?
It's true. Totally not true. She really is an amazing actress.
Miss Price,
Yeah, let's let Rachel take the fall for us. It's if she wants to, then go for it. Like, it's because she has the more power and more privilege in this situation.
Fine, yes. It was her idea, but it's not like she kidnapped me. We were in it together.
Miss Amber, based on what you've just told me, I have grounds to punish you. Are you sure what you've told me is the truth?
Yes.
This can't be the full story, Rachel. Ray.
Don't you
Just to be
ray
clear, Miss
him.
Amber, you're
Fucking
sure Chloe Price
asshole.
didn't coerce you or...
Trick her? Yes, I'm sure.
Christ alive.
Oh, thank God.
Mrs. Price, this revelation may color the situation some, but it in no way absolves your daughter.
The way he says, like, are you sure, like, Chloe did coerce you? Like, just, he refuses to believe that Chloe isn't the bad guy in this situation. Like, God fucking damn it, these people.
I understand, Mr. Wells. There is no doubt that Chloe's behavior must improve. But given what we've just learned about the negative influence she was under, I hope you will allow her just one more chance.
This is interesting
Miss
because
Amber,
her
I
dialogue
am as
changes based
surprised
on whether
as I am
you
disappointed in you.
I
choose
understand.
to, like, be understanding to Joyce, like, in the kitchen, or say how you feel. She's a lot more, like, on Chloe's side in this scene, and she actually, like, calls Wells out for, like, profiling Chloe and, like, being unfair to her, which is interesting that you can get those dialogue options, but only if you choose to, like, go along with what Joyce wants and how she sees things and, like, push down your own feelings in the sake of, like, being nice and getting along. And that's, like I said in my video essay, that seems really unfair.
This being your first infraction in no way reduces its severity. Still, we will not be suspending you at this time.
That seems like a reduction in severity,
you have squandered
Ray.
our trust. You will no longer be my administrative assistant first period.
Wow.
And
such
you
a harsh
will no longer
punishment.
be involved in Blackwell's performance of The Tempest.
Okay, that sucks. Yeah, that's something really hard for her, but it's like not the end of the world. She's not getting suspended.
But the performance is tonight.
For someone so aware of our school calendar, Miss Price, I would expect fewer absences on your record.
Ray. She loves that show.
Once again, calling him Ray like they're all buddy-buddy. Like, fucking rich people. They're so used to just, like, getting what they want and, like, cozying up to people and being, like,
There's
you
a
know?
reason we have understudies for all circumstances, accidental and deliberate. I'm sure your understudy...
Victoria Chase.
Oh, don't worry. We'll fix it, Rachel.
How fitting.
We'll find a way to get you
Yes,
back on stage.
I'm sure
Don't
Victoria
you worry.
Chase will do fine.
That is
What was that, Miss Price?
Chloe is upset for her friend, but we are both grateful that she is not going to be unduly blamed for what happened.
There is plenty of blame to go around. Chloe's future at Blackwell will be discussed next. Unless you had something to add first, Miss Price.
Yeah, so you can either go along with what Rachel's doing or take the blame, which is a backtalk challenge. The backtalk challenge is really fun and has a lot of, like, great dialogue from Chloe that makes me laugh and is also, like, classic, like, just classic Chloe Price bangers. I've done both, but honestly, yeah, it makes sense to go along with Rachel for the sake of, like, what I said before, like, her using her privilege to help Chloe and, like, letting her do that seems like the right call. So, yeah.
No. Nothing to add.
Chloe may not have been the mastermind of yesterday's events. It was, as I prefaced, the proverbial last straw. In light of your many past transgressions, I have no choice but to suspend you for the rest of the year.
But it was the other girl's idea. She confessed.
Yeah,
And she will
literally.
be punished accordingly. But that does not absolve Chloe of her responsibility.
So she's getting a
I am
harsher
truly
punishment than
sorry to
Rachel,
discover
even
this,
though
but Chloe
they
will
think
have the
that it
chance for
was
reinstatement
Rachel's
in the fall.
idea.
Her actions beginning now will be weighed heavily in that
I mean, it
decision.
kind of was Rachel's idea, but, like, they're making it seem more
Do
like
you understand me? Both
Rachel
of you.
kind of, like, convinced her or coerced her into it, but, like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, as much as I ever do.
Chloe? We understand, Mr. Wells.
I will have Skip Matthews escort you to clean out your locker. You may wait outside my office until he arrives. That is all. Good day, Mrs. Price. Mr. and Mrs. Amber.
Ray.
Come on, Chloe.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry too. Meet me at the junkyard later? You bet.
The one person who has her back in the
I didn't
shitty
get the
ass
chance
town.
to introduce myself. I'm
Light of my
Joyce.
life.
Mrs. Price.
I'm Rose. This is James. I'm sorry.
Rachel
we had to
Amber,
meet
you will
like this.
always be famous.
No,
you
I'm
will
sorry.
always be famous
I'm
to me.
sure for you this is an unusual circumstance.
We really should be going.
James is like, ew, poor people.
Mom,
I'll see you in the parking lot.
Hey, Chloe. I'm supposed to walk you
Joyce.
out.
just you and me. Hey, Skip.
Fuck 'em.
Oh yeah, exactly, Skip. Thanks. That dialogue, I think, changes based
Hey,
on whether you listen to his demo or not.
Just wanted to say...
I think if you don't, or if you say that his demo sucks, he'll be like, I was supposed to have Saturday off, or whatever. And then she has this dialogue where she says something like, well, I'm sorry that my totally fair and impartial trial inconvenienced you, Skip. She just has so many great lines that, like, excellently showcase that she has a brilliant understanding of the political circumstances surrounding her life and, like, the systemic factors, like, that are working against her, despite the fact that she's only 16. Like, a greater understanding than I had at that age. And, like, it's so good. It's so good.
It sucks what is happening to you.
Thanks, Skip.
You're gonna be missed.
I don't really care about any of this shit. Except my secret stash. Might as well grab my emergency joint while I'm here.
A joint that Justin stole.
I had big plans for adding to this collage. Oh well.
She's a really good artist. Okay, let's take the picture. Such a good kitty. Such a cutie.
Love how every time someone tells me how much potential I have, it's right before saying how I'm wasting it all.
Chloe, I need to start seeing more effort from you or you're going to fail in my class. The quality of your work lately simply doesn't speak to the amount of potential I see in you. I know you're better than this. Well, that's incredibly helpful, thank you. Yeah, it's always so shitty when, like, teachers are like, I know you're smarter than this, or like, I know you can do better than this. And it's like it's just another way of saying, like, why aren't you getting better grades? You're slacking off, you're not trying hard enough. At least that's how it comes across. It's really fucking annoying. Clay Price, 2010, almost.
Maybe chem was the class I hated the least.
Science girly, forever and always. Don't just throw your textbooks in the trash. Don't you have to return those? That always sends me, the way she, like, straight up just throws them in the trash. Like, aren't you supposed to give those back? Like, or you could give them to someone else, or you could, like, sell them to make money. Like, don't just throw perfectly good textbooks in the trash unless you doodled all over them.
If Chloe leaves Blackwell at 11 a.m., going 100 miles per hour, how long will it take her to get as far away as fucking possible? I should write a poem to mark the occasion. Something with imagery.
Yeah.
Trusty keeper of my graffiti pens. You've served me well. Absolutely, positively the best concert of 2008. Too bad it's time to go.
You could keep the poster. You don't have to trash it. Oh well. That's also very gay. That band just seems really gay. I don't know, girl groups in general, just especially, like, ones with, like, a punk rock kind of vibe. I don't know, they kind of seemed a bit, like, tattoo-ish with, like, the schoolgirl kind of outfits, but, like, yeah.
Finally.
This seems...
what I actually came here for.
Seems gay, what can I say?
Jackpot. Wait. What the hell? Damn it, Justin.
That growl in her voice. Chloe, heyo, had to borrow your stash. Desperate times, you know. I promise I'll get you back next week, Justin. Fucking hell. Thanks for asking, my dude.
Fuck every inch of this place. I wish I could tag it from floor to ceiling. But with Skip watching me... bathroom. Then I'm out. Cool?
Okay, but try to make it fast, will you?
Hang on. I want to turn the sound on, even though I know I shouldn't, because I can't watch this scene silent. It's gonna break my soul. I gotta turn on the sound. Okay, let's turn up the music, guys. You're not gonna hear it because I'm gonna be muting this section, but I will. And I need to have a little fun right now, because my soul needs it. What can I say? This is my favorite song in the entire game. Probably one of my favorite songs ever. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to turn the volume back on for this part, but I realized I wanted to say something. That's my computer home screen, that shot of Chloe with like all of the graffiti of all the shitty things that people have said about her, and like her standing in the middle with like the wings on either side. That's my computer background, because I love it. It's just such a good shot. Okay, let's turn the damn music off now. And also turn my volume down, because I like cranked it way up. Ugh. Oh, shit.
Later, Skip.
Later.
Oh, fucking David.
Looks like David's here. Awesome.
Alright, let's check our texts. Wells blows. That meeting hella sucked. You're hella weird. You are. Seriously, we'll get revenge. No, you are. No, you are. Oh my god, they're like so gay for each other. It's crazy. Okay. Chloe, Elizabeth Price. You can ignore me all you want, but there will be hell to pay when you get home. Yeah, I read that already. Okay, Chloe, did you hear there's a fire? Please text me so I don't worry. Chloe, are you okay? Chloe, please. I'm fine. Oh, thank goodness. Come home by curfew. We have that meeting early tomorrow. Again, Chloe? Really? I'm at my wit's end with you. Yeah, that's really helpful, Joyce. Thank you. Where are we? Holy shit, did you get Wells' text about fire? Are you okay? Yeah, you? Yeah, I'm just in my room. Hey, want me to send you the youth chem homework? This guy. Just barking up the wrong tree. Urgent. Fire weather update. Arcadia Bay Forest Watch. Arcadia Bay, Oregon. 2:02 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Saturday, May 8th, 2010. Active Class D wildfire, not contained. Use caution. Check local media for road closures. I remember watching a Game Assist playthrough of this game, and I think it was Daz who read Arcadia Bay Fire Watch as Arcadia Bay Fire Weather. Just like, It was a good time. I mean, it does say, like, fire weather in the message, but, like, the idea of the organization, like, or whatever, being called Arcadia Bay Fire Weather is funny. From our Wells, members of Blackwell community, please be advised that a fast-moving wildfire has recently been sighted in the vicinity of Culmination State Park. I have spoken with the Arcadia Bay Forest Watch, who do not believe any evacuations are necessary at this time, as the Blackwell campus is not within the affected area or the fire's current projected path. Please utilize caution while traveling to and from campus. Faculty and staff have been asked to waive punctuality requirements for all sports and extracurricular activities this weekend. I think that's it. We can go up to the beginning with Rachel. Made it to my house without seeing neither of my parents. Sweet. You were born to be a spy. Jumping out of trains and shit. Oh man, we make such a great team. No enemy viewfinder would ever be safe from you again. Haha. Meanwhile, you're deep undercover as a passed out person. Lol. Today was unforgettable. Some of it sucked. Yeah. You know what doesn't suck? What? You. You also don't suck. I know. We should probably sleep. Got Wells tomorrow morning. Yeah, my fault. Worth it. Yeah, and then I read the rest of that. Yeah, their texts together are really cute, but I have to say I do kind of prefer the Max and Chloe texts in Life is Strange 1. They just hit different, you know? James and Rose. You can't trust normal people. Just ask Rachel. Her dad seems like the most normal guy on the planet, but he also turns out to be a cheating dickwad. Come to think of it, maybe that is normal. Well, it shouldn't be. What sucks is that Rachel and her parents actually seemed to get along really well before. James is the new district attorney in Arcadia Bay, which is the reason Rachel's family moved up here from Orange County. Despite his job, James doesn't act like an uptight law enforcer all the time, unlike some wannabe father figures I know. Actually, I disagree, he does, but you will learn that later on, Chloe. Rose, Rachel's mom, also seems pretty decent. She certainly really loves Rachel and James, poor lady. Whatever happens with Rachel's family, it still seems like she really does love her parents, and maybe that's all that matters. I'd certainly rather have a cheating dickwad dad than a dead one. And yeah, that's, like, one of the themes of this game, but, like, fundamentally, like, it does matter if you have a cheating dickwad dad, and, like, love isn't the only thing that matters, because, like, how you treat people is also a part of love. Like, as Sarah says, love is a practice. It's not just how you feel, it's also how you act and how you treat people, and, like,
Another letter to Max.
that matters. Sorry, hang on. Right. Max, when did you decide you were done with me? I mean, how did you know it was time to move on? Her family moved because her dad got a job out of Seattle. It wasn't like, oh, Chloe. Like, I love her, but, like, this is, like, an example of, like, her brain, like, recoloring things and, like, restructuring her memories. Because, like, logically she knows that Max, like, didn't choose to leave her. And, like, wasn't the reason why her family moved. But, like, it's, like, sort of formulated that way in her brain now because Max has been ghosting her. I asked because Rachel and I have decided we're done with this shit town. We've had it. It's bye-bye Bay. But instead of just ghosting it, like someone I know, we're going to leave a trail of destruction in our wake. Yeah, okay, maybe Chloe is referring to, like, Max ghosting her, not just moving. Like, when did you decide you were done with me? Yeah, that probably makes more sense. For Rachel, that means burning a fucking forest down. I know, crazy. But guess what? I'm pretty crazy too. In not unrelated news, I finally got my ass suspended from Blackwell, and Rachel got booted from her play, which strangely sucks even worse. I should probably be more upset about being a high school dropout, but I'm not. It's just another chapter of fuckery in the story of my life. So yeah, burning bridges, literally and academically, that's how you make an exit woman. Chloe, the exit wanderer. Or Wounder? Wounder? Why can't I read today? I think that's Wounder? Great, okay. Wonderful. Okay, I think our first graffiti is over here.
Blackwell's criminal element strikes again. Better go before Wells pins it on me.
For real. Graffiti.
What could the Tempest use more of?
Anarchy, obviously.
All that's left is to get arrested.
Oh, that's my life.
I hear the lighting is super important for setting the tone. But whenever I needed to bum one, no one here smokes. Fuck this place.
Fuck this place
No
for
more
real.
extracurricular activities.
Enter the Vortex Club.
Curricular activities either.
God, it's haunting me.
Maybe they'll use my scholarship money to finally fix this pothole.
Well, if they didn't fix it now, they're probably never gonna fix it.
I guess this fire is no joke. Still can't believe Rachel started it.
Yeah, she was having a moment.
Max would have loved this shit.
I said this last episode, but the way that she the way her voice gets kind of light and hitches a bit, with emotion every time she talks about Max, is so well done. It's so painful. It's so good. Because of a generous grant from the Prescott Foundation, Blackwell will be offering several new courses next fall designed to nurture the artistic gifts of its students. Visual concepts, intro to composition, intro to ceramics, intermediate Photoshop, intro to character modeling and animation. Some of these sound really cool. 301 photography, independent study by invitation only. That's giving Mr. Jefferson pipeline for drugging and assaulting women.
Three guesses whose bike this is.
Darwin is my
Yeah, start with this
homeboy,
plan.
seriously.
Damn. I guess I will miss one thing about this place.
There's something about, there are several things actually about the character modeling of this black woman that's just, they're just not great. They're just fucking weird. Pretty sure Darwin was the one who did survival of the fittest eugenics shit, which was racist. Spoiler alert. Okay, whatever. Let's talk to Elliot.
My other vehicle is drama. Blech.
This is probably Mr. Keaton's car. Life is a Stage, another Life is Strange reference, and it's in the same font too. Sorry, I'm really itchy all of a sudden. Lord Byron. Alright, fine, let's talk to Elliot.
Hey, Elliot.
What brings Chloe Price to school on a Saturday morning? Nothing good, I bet.
I was suspended.
Wait, really? Holy shit!
I know. I'm surprised it took this long, too.
She tries to cover it up with jokes
wanna
and shit. No.
Let's not make a big deal
But,
out of this.
Oh, sorry. Right.
You can tell
yeah.
deep down
Yeah, it
she
sucks for Rachel,
cares.
too. She was kicked out of the play because of me.
You can kind of see it in
She'll
her
live.
journal too.
Harsh, man. Anyway,
She just
what are you doing here?
I figured I'd see the Tempest anyway.
she's
I was
just
going
numb
to text
to it
you,
at this
actually.
point, you know?
I got 2 tickets in case you changed your mind.
Thanks.
Great, it's the Warren effect.
Yeah?
That you said no, but I'm waiting for you to change
I
your
hope you take your
mind.
mind off things.
Christ alive.
Still a no. Sorry.
Oh, that's cool. Maybe we can hang out instead?
Nah, I think I'll just chill at home. I better go. My mom is waiting to sick her attack mustache on me. Her boyfriend. Don't worry about it. See you around, Elliot.
Yeah. Later.
Oh boy.
Piss head much? That has to be Skip's car.
Deadbeat babies. Wait, hang on.
Piss head much?
Ghouls and girls.
That has to be Skip's car.
Your cheese. Oh my god. I also want to look at these.
That's what they do best here at Blackwell. Empty things out and toss them aside.
Baby girl, angel, my love. We only got 4 bottles instead of 5. Would have been a bottle joke, except we're missing a bottle. Should I look at everything? Hang on.
It's about damn time.
David,
Shut the fuck up,
please.
David.
At least I'll have plenty of free time to take up skateboarding again. If I feel like it.
Bird.
Okay. Yeah. Bye. Elitist Blackwell bird.
I've never seen that interaction before. Oh my god. That's so damn funny. The way that Chloe interacts with nature as opposed to Max is so damn funny. It's like night and day, truly.
Taking pride in Blackwell athletics means taking pride in yourself. Also, the trustees and their enormous bank accounts.
For real. She knows where it's
Wells's
at.
car. Crushing spirits must pay pretty well.
For real. So you'd think some of that money could have been spent on, like, accessibility, but, what do I know, right?
Chloe, your mother and I have been talking.
Great.
Can we do this later? I don't think I can handle another fight right now.
And who do you expect to handle things for you? Your mother?
Why are you involved in
I don't
this?
need a conversation. Not with Sergeant Asshat here. I just need some space.
Do not use that language with your mother.
I was actually using that language at you, but okay. Also, like, I was talking about this in my video essay as well. Take a shot every time I say that. Like, the way that, like, Joyce bringing David into these situations just makes everything worse because it puts Chloe on guard, naturally. And then she just, like, uses David, basically, as, like, her attack mustache, as Chloe put it, like, as a way to, like, berate her. And then, like, she's just gonna stay silent. And it's like, fucking... Can you please, like, talk to your daughter about why this is happening and, like, have an honest, like, emotionally open conversation with her without, like, the fucking military boyfriend here who's just gonna lecture her?
If my mother has something to say, she will say it to me.
She has. The problem is, you don't listen.
Chloe, we
You
just
don't
want to
listen.
help.
Fucking...
I'm sure.
I know what you did. The money in my purse.
Why are you gonna present this like
it, Chloe.
it's a bad thing?
But where did it come from?
Like, okay, it's entirely, like... I guess, like, it's fair for her to ask that question, but, like... Do we really need to be looking a gift horse in the mouth right now? Like, especially since you're so poor? Like... Maybe this is just me, but, like... We might as well open up. I mean, she's just gonna, like, lecture her if she admits to stealing it, so, like...
Does that really matter?
I can't turn a blind eye.
We need money, Mom.
I'm providing as best I can. I appreciate what you've done. I'm just worried about you, Chloe.
This is so pointless. I don't understand what we're doing here.
Maybe if you try listening to me, instead
Oh
of
my
fighting
God,
me about
David.
everything, you might actually learn a thing or two.
What? How to be a soldier?
Soldiers put family and future above self and now.
Christ
Kicked out of
alive,
school?
David!
Losers do.
Oh my lord. Just, like... I don't... Okay, I know I said I don't want to rehash all the shit that I already said in my video essay, but, like, I think it's gonna end up happening anyways. But I'll try and keep it brief. Just like this scene in particular is just so goddamn frustrating because it's like the way that he's speaking to her, first of all, is like just horrible, like calling her a loser for getting like either kicked out or suspended from Blackwell. Like that's really gonna help. And then like him saying like maybe if you actually tried listening to me you would learn a thing or two. Like, but you don't listen to her. Like, and why would she listen to you when you're always like treating her like a problem or like a criminal or like talking to her like she's just one step like someone I think I might have mentioned this before, but I think I mentioned the account before, but I was talking about something else. This YouTube creator, Writing Women, who did this video essay on Chloe's character called The Girl Who Wasn't There. She mentioned that like when Joyce and David engage with Chloe, they're always treating her, I can't remember how she phrased it, but she phrased it really brilliantly. She said something like they're treating her like a rabid dog or like a feral animal that's about 2 seconds away from snapping and attacking. And it's like, that's so true. And like, of course that's like not going to be conducive to like having a productive conversation. And then you have David harping on about like a duty and like responsibility and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, the fucking military does not teach you how to like be responsible, or at least like any kind of responsibility that's actually useful and like good and conducive to like building community. It's just about like reinforcing like neocolonialism and imperialism and perpetuating violence on communities abroad, normally communities of brown people in the global south. And then you bring that violence home. And it's like, it's just, it pisses me off the way David just refuses to listen and refuses to like, he just can't see her. Like, I think that's what I mentioned in, I can't remember if it was Life is Strange 2 or Life is Strange 1. It's all blurring together in my brain now, but he just can't see her. Like, he cannot understand her as a person. He fundamentally cannot conceive of her as a person and, like, why she feels the way she feels and her lived experience and the way she moves through life and why she feels the way she feels, why she does the things she does. He just, it's like, he a part of it is he's refusing to see it, but I also don't know if he would even see it if he actually tried, or at least attempted to try. Like, it's so, because they're just so fundamentally such different people in the way that they see the world, and it's like, I've tried to have these fights with people before, not like David, but like people who are more like closer to the right than me, or like don't like understand like certain things, and like I try and like explain it to them, and it's like, it's just like you're having a conversation with a brick wall sometimes, and eventually it's like, when are you going to give up? Like, when are you going to accept that you're never going to get anywhere and just like move on? But like in this situation, Chloe's stuck with David because of her mother, and like all of their issues between them and their like failures to communicate become her fault when she's the 16-year-old girl and he's the adult. And he's the one who's coming into her life, coming into her home after the death of her father, and trying to tell her how to live her life, trying to tell her how she should be. Like, of course she's not going to respond well to that. It's just, it's so fucking horrific. And like Joyce, and the way she just like lets David talk to her daughter this way, and like just the sheer like audacity of that. Like, seriously, like, I think I've mentioned this before, like, I have a stepfather, and like my mother would never let him, I mean, he wouldn't because he's not like this, but my mother would have never let him get away with talking to me and treating me this way. Like, absolutely not. Like, because when you have a child, your child comes first, no matter what. It may sound unfair, but like that's just what being a parent is. And like she's just being really, honestly, Joyce's behavior in both this game and Life is Strange 1 just come across as really selfish. And like, I'm not saying inherently that it's selfish to want to like move on or like date someone new after the death of your partner, but like when you have a kid, you need to be like, you need to understand like how these things are going to affect them, and you need to put your kid first. Or at least try and hear them out when they have issues with the person you're dating.
A scholarship, Chloe. Do you know what that means? What kind of opportunity you gave up? Do you want to work at the diner?
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with waiting tables, Mom.
Chloe, I'm proud to wait tables because it means you can be whatever you want to be. But what is
But she
that, Chloe?
can't because capitalism and classism. It's systemic inequality.
I don't know yet.
Maybe you've had long enough to figure it out.
She's 16. What the fuck do you mean
Right
she's
now,
had long
what I
enough to
need
figure
most
it
of
out?
all is for the two of you to start getting along.
Oh my god, this one
Chloe,
is
I
ridiculous.
care about Joyce very much. I'm willing to forgive you for the incident yesterday. If you improve your attitude going forward.
Incident? What incident?
Chloe was incredibly out of line. She insulted me, swore at me,
You were out of line.
but
Telling her that
an
she needs a
apology, I'm willing to start over.
she's had enough of vacation from a father figure, having a father figure. You need to, like, wise up and do better or whatever the fuck, like he was saying. Like, what gives you the fucking right? Absolutely not. You owe her an apology. No.
Are you still going to date my mom?
Of course.
And will you still be coming to our house?
I plan to.
Then I say, go fuck yourself.
That's what I thought. From now on, I will be assisting your mother in a
Speak,
few areas.
Joyce. Say something.
Making sure that you are no longer abusing drugs or alcohol.
Oh, and then there's this.
Mom,
Chloe, I'd like you to empty your pockets and place all your belongings on the trunk of the car.
what the fuck?
If we are going to start over, we have to know that you are not abusing drugs. If you're not, you should be eager for the chance to prove it.
Mom, you can't be serious.
See, he's like,
David and I have discussed it.
it completely
and
makes
we
sense.
feel-
It completely makes sense that he engages with her using substances in this way because of his military background. Like, the crossover between, like, cops and like the military people in the army, like, it's like, I was talking about this a bit before, because, like, the authoritarian, like, punitive, like, carceral approach to things, and, like, just fall in line or you will be punished. Like, it completely makes sense that he has, I mean, lots of people engage with, like, substance abuse in this way of, like, oh, you're doing something bad, you're, like, putting poison in your body, therefore you should be either punished or, like, lectured because that's bad and that's not good for you, and, like, no, you shouldn't do that, and just, like, that's basically the beginning and the end of their analysis. And it's, like, it's so frustrating because it's, like, I talk about this also in my video essay, like, and I'll be getting into this more later on when I talk about Sarah. But, like, the reason people use, first of all, we need to stop having, like, such, like, a borderline Catholic attitude towards, like, drinking and drugs. Like, some people use substances. You need to, like, accept the fact that, like, that's a thing, and it's a part of life, and it's not going away, and, like, some people are just going to do that, and the point is we want them to be as safe as possible and, like, reduce the amount of overdoses. And how you do that is with harm reduction. And then another thing is, like, people often use and abuse substances, especially when they're young, like Chloe, because they're self-medicating. Like, she literally says in her journal that she's self-medicating, so she's aware of that fact about herself. And, like, just trying to, like, punish people or just take away what they're essentially using to cope with their trauma is not going to make things better. It's only going to make things worse. Like, they're just going to find another outlet. Like, trust me, like, if you're not drinking, then you're going to be, like, just hooking up with a bunch of people, like, very, like, chaotically and, like, self-destructively, and not being safe and, like, not using protection, and you might get an STI. Or you're going to be, like, binge eating a ton, or you're going to cut yourself, like, or self-harm in some way, or you're going to be like engaging in some other kind of reckless behavior just to try and feel alive or numb the pain. Like, it's always going to be something. You can't just like take away what someone's using to try and help themselves, even if it's a bad coping mechanism. You got to get to the root of the issue and work on it. And like, that can be difficult in our current society when like living under capitalism is inherently traumatizing. Like, I think like it wasn't really something that I fully like started to acknowledge until I actually saw someone else talking about it. Like, someone left this YouTube comment on this one video about prison abolition, and like they were saying something like, we really need to like figure out how to structure our society in a way where we can all start healing from the trauma of capitalism, or the collective trauma of capitalism. And like, yeah, that's true. Like, we're all deeply traumatized because of the way our society is structured. Like, some of us more than others based on our circumstances and the systemic factors that, you know, oppress us. But human beings are not meant to live like this. Hot take. Like, human beings are not meant to like push themselves to work like however fucking many hours a week, like basically almost every single day of the week, or like multiple days of the week, like the majority of the day, and then be so burnt out that you basically have to rest and recover from what you just did during your time off, so you can't like do anything else, and like be punished for taking breaks longer than like 10 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever. Or sometimes, like, depending on who you work for, they don't even want to let you take like that long of a break, and like you have to like behave a certain way and like do things in a certain way, or else you can get in trouble. You aren't allowed to criticize the company you work for. You aren't allowed to like be like tired or like show signs of exhaustion in any way, because like that's not conducive to like a can do like proper attitude in the workplace or whatever the fuck. Like, we shouldn't have to work to survive. We shouldn't like have to like food and medicine and like shelter should not be things that we're rewarded with for working hard. They should be basic human rights that are just guaranteed because you're alive and because you're a person. We live like in Western society is so deeply individualistic. We're all so used to just like being told that we just have to look out for ourselves and our families, and then that's it. And like, everyone else's business is just their business, and you don't owe anybody anything. And like, it's so upsetting and depressing and isolating. It's not good for us. Like, we're not meant to live that way. We're meant to live collectively. We're meant to be in community with each other, and we're meant to help each other and take care of each other. But capitalism isn't set up in a way that encourages that, because we don't have time to look out for each other when we're too busy working, and we don't have time to collectively organize when we're too busy working, and we spend all of our other time being burnt out and exhausted from working too much. So it's a trap. So it completely makes sense that like some people would want to like use substances to deal with that, to deal with the pain of that. And then you factor in other types of trauma and abuse and like other life experiences, like with racism, colonialism, imperialism, you know, cis heteropatriarchy, ableism. Like, having a punitive approach to people drinking or using drugs is just so damaging.
This is the only way for us all to have a fresh start.
Let's go, Chloe. Quit stalling.
Absolutely not. We are not going to comply with this. His fucking, like, Howard trip. Like, he's literally acting like a cop right now, is the thing. Like, that makes, like, the comparisons, like, even more blatant when he does shit like this, because he's literally acting like a cop.
Sure. Here you go. Show me a warrant, asshole.
You watch too much
Show me a
television.
fucking
Your
warrant.
refusal to comply
Exactly.
is as good as an admission.
And
I
it's
admit
also
to you
very
being a
cop-like.
fascist, and I don't take orders from fascists.
Go
What
off,
happened to
queen.
trust being a two-way street?
That was before you were suspended.
Great. Fuck you. Oh, it's just, it's so, like, satisfying to hear her say, I don't take orders from fascists, like, especially in the current political climate, like, especially in the US right now. It's just, oh, it's such a breath of fresh air, truly. And furthermore on that, like, Game Assist spoke about this a bit in their playthrough of this game, but, like, this is profiling, right? Like, David may not be a cop, but, like, we've spoken about, like, how, like, him with his military background behaves very cop-like, and him, like, ordering her to, like empty her pockets so he can basically search her for drugs is very cop-like. And, like, it goes along the same, like, it goes along the same lens of, like, of Wells, like, being like, oh, like, accusations of marijuana use or whatever, like, alleged drug use or abusive substances or whatever, like, he doesn't have any actual physical proof, but he's treating, like, his assumptions and everyone's, like, assumptions of her as fact. And sure, yeah, like, we have canon evidence that Chloe has been abusing substances, but he doesn't have anything concrete, and David doesn't have anything concrete here either. Like, we don't even have any weed, like, in my playthrough right now. I don't think she even has any weed on her, because I didn't buy anything from Frank. But he's just assuming she does. And the way she's being, like, constructed as a criminal, I mean, the whole construction of, like, criminality is problematic in and of itself, like, obviously, but, like, because of her mental distress, and because of her substance abuse, and those two things, like, go together, because one is because of the other, is, like, it's just ableist and upsetting, and it's so, like, what can I say at this point except it fucking sucks?
Somewhere along the way, we lost our trust.
Gee, I wonder why, Joyce.
Not the way to get it back.
I wonder why, huh?
Okay.
That's it? She's basically admitted her guilt, and you're letting her off the hook?
And then did I even talk about your refusal to comply is as good as is basically as good as an admission of guilt or whatever? Like, that's such a fucking cop thing to say. Like, the idea that if you aren't, like, just willing to, like, have your like, rights violated, if you aren't willing to just, like, offer up any information you can to the cops, then, like, you must be hiding something, is so deeply fucked.
I am not letting
It's propaganda is what it is.
I am trying to find a way for us to move on. We need a new beginning. A new chapter. One that will involve the three of us together.
She's literally just,
What
like,
does that
trying to
mean?
strong-arm
We both agree
this, like,
that the best thing...
this, like, idealized, like, cookie-cutter fantasy version she has of her family, or what she wants her family to look like, into being. She's just trying to physically, like, will it into being by sheer stubbornness and, like, naivete. Is that the right word? Yeah, I think so. It's so unbelievably just fucking frustrating.
for everyone at this stage is for me to move in.
No fucking way.
Chloe, after everything that's happened, I'm at a loss. I need help.
Exactly. We need a firmer hand steering this ship.
Talk to me,
Firm,
Chloe.
masculine
Tell me
hand.
what you're
The hand of a
feeling.
man. I don't really think Joyce is trying, or at least enough, but I also don't want to say I fucked up. Even though it may or may not be true, but, like, I don't want to put this all on her.
You're trying. I get it. I swear I do. And I've been making it harder for you.
Oh, baby girl.
But this is not the answer.
It's the only answer I have, Chloe.
You're not even gonna engage with, like...
In a million years, I never thought you'd
That-
choose David over me. I'm sorry I took that for granted.
I'm not choosing
Except you
anyone
are!
over
Except you
anyone
fucking
else.
are!
It's about the three of us having a home together.
It'll be better than you think, Chloe. Once everything's running smoothly,
My rage is
you'll
just
see
like...
what a stable home can be like.
Oh my god, she had a stable home before her fucking father died, you douchebag. Like, the fact that Joyce... Sorry, I keep pausing here. This makes me so angry. The fact that Joyce doesn't even engage with what Chloe says there, like, beyond the rage and the fuck yous. Like, in a million years, I never thought you'd choose David over me. And, like, you're trying, I swear I get it, and I've been making everything harder for you. Like, that kind of, like, what she's actually saying there. Like, she isn't really acknowledging it. She isn't even properly engaging with it. She's just like, well, it's the only answer I have. Or, like, I'm not choosing anyone over anyone. Like, when that's obviously not the case. And it doesn't look that way to Chloe at all. And, like, you can see why. It's just... Like, there are so many times where Chloe, like, says something self-deprecating and, like, about how she's a fuck-up or, like, basically implies that she's a problem, and, like, Joyce kind of steamrolls past it. Or, like, she doesn't even, like, try and, like, shift the framing of her language slightly, even if she thinks that it might be technically true that Chloe's been making things harder for her. Like, she just blows past it, and, like, that's just... It's just really upsetting.
Hey!
There is no home. Not if he's there.
Chloe.
Let her go. She'll come home as soon as her tantrum is over.
For fuck's sake. Fuck you, David. The way he responds to her, like, lightly tapping his car, like, it's the biggest assault ever. It's like, oh my god.
Which way is up when your whole life has been turned upside down.
This is where, I think the instrumental of, Hole in the Earth plays. It's so goddamn beautiful.
Blackwell's done with me. I can't go home anymore. Is this junkyard all I've got left?
And that's significant, right? Because of what I said last episode of Chloe's connection to the junkyard. I actually really, not me getting emotional about a car, but I actually feel some type of way about that, and also this entire process of her, like, finding the truck and then fixing it up. I think because, like, you know, she's so hopeless, and she's so depressed, and she's like, you know, Blackwell's done with me, I can't go home, is this junkyard all I have left? And she's obviously, like, for good reason, feeling so defeated because of everything that's happened, and she's like, so, and and then, like, right when she's, like, arguably at her lowest, she sees the truck. Like, it's this, and it was there before in the junkyard, but, like, now she, like, really sees it. And she has this moment where she, like, goes to smash it, like, she was kind of, like, half-heartedly smashing at other things, and, like, she was, like, smashing up things, like, for real, like, the night before, and then, like, something stops her. And instead she decides to, like, take a look at it and, like, fix it up and make it work again. And I just think that's really sweet. Like, well, there's something about that. I don't know. There's something about, like, as an autistic person, like, I have this thing where, like, I feel a certain, like, emotional connection to certain inanimate objects in ways that most people don't. Like, and sometimes people think it's weird. Like, I can, especially when I was younger, I can get, like, really emotionally attached to certain, like, objects. And it feels almost like they're people to me in a way. Like, logically, I know that they're not people, but, like, it kind of almost feels like they're a friend of sorts. Like, my favorite mug, for example, or, like, something. Like, I had this chair that I love that I got, like, really attached to, and I wanted to, like, bring it home because it was, like, abandoned on the side of the road, and it looked so, like, unloved, and, like, I just felt bad for it, and I wanted to bring it home because, like, you know, it had just been discarded, and, like, obviously, like, my parents wouldn't let me bring it inside because it was probably, like, filled with bugs and shit. And, like, looking back, they were right. It was probably a good call. But I just remember, like, feeling, like, really strongly about that. I'm trying to think now. I think, like, I feel that way about, like, my stuffies. But, like, they're kind of, like, humanized in a way of, like, you know, being all, like, adorable with, like, cutesy expressions. Like, you're supposed to develop an emotional attachment to them, so I don't really know if it counts. But, like, I talk to my laptop sometimes, and I call her, and I call her Vampira, and I speak to her, you know, like she's a person or a friend. Or sometimes when I, like, bump into things, like my desk in my room or, like, my chair or whatever, I'll, like, apologize the way I would apologize to a person. Yeah, stuff like that. So, like, I think Chloe's, like, relationship to the car, like, in the way it feels very, like, almost, like, anthropomorphic, I guess would be the right word. Like, she's sort of, like, projecting almost, like, human feelings. Well, I don't really know if she's doing that, but, like, I'm probably the one who's doing that. But, like, the way she has this sort of, like, emotional attachment and to the car, and she wants to, like, work on it. And, like, I talked about this in my video essay, the whole, like, fixing cars and fixing brains thing. Like, the way she, like, compares herself to the car and talks about how the car just, like, needs more love. And then you think about, like, her relationship with the junkyard and how she probably feels very connected to the junkyard because she views herself as, like, broken and discarded. And here's this thing, like, this truck that's been broken and discarded, and she wants to, like, take the time to, like, put energy into, maybe not necessarily fixing it, because, like, Chloe doesn't need to be fixed, but just, like, showing it some love, you know? The way she needs to be shown more love. And putting time and energy into, like, working on it. And the way it almost kind of, like, represents or symbolizes, like, her, like, and, like, maybe, like, what she needs. Anyways, just, I think that's interesting.
Ugh.
Yeet.
This thing is a mess. But maybe I can fix it.
Me,
If
as
this
my
beast
life.
will ever run again, the first thing it needs is a new battery. Wonder if I can find one around here. Guess I was pretty pissed at Rachel last night. Amazing that someone I just met could have made me this angry.
And that's that on saphism. Also on maybe being borderline. Or just being neurodivergent in general, honestly.
Max and I used to go there all the time as kids. I think it shut down, but who knows?
Okay, let me check texts. Chloe, David's trying to do what he thinks is best. He's such a tool. He's trying. It didn't help that you refused to empty your pockets. Whatever. I'm not going to play along with his little power trip. Chloe, can't you just forget about David for 1 second? Think about me. Maybe I need space, okay? Maybe I need my daughter back. That's so dehumanizing. Like, her saying that she needs her daughter back. Like, Chloe didn't go anywhere. She's right there. I also mentioned this, I think, in the last episode. Max, you ever hated someone's guts and then later felt bad because you found out they're actually cooler than you thought? Yeah, me neither. Me neither. David got it inside his douchebag skull that he needs to start cracking down on me, which meant demanding I empty my pockets for him in the Blackwell parking lot. I refused because fuck fascists. And if that's what Mom needs to do to trust me, then that's her problem. I guess it backfired because now David is moving into my old house. I say old house because if he's there, I sure as shit am not. Oh, I also bumped into Elliot. He's super into me still. Everybody wants a piece of price. Chloe, bane of fascists. You know it, girl. Okay.
I wonder if I'll ever ride one of these again.
Helpful.
You're a long way from the beach. I always wanted a pet snake. Instead, I got David. Fuck everything.
I can't believe some people hate this game. Like, what is wrong with you, truly?
Here's a side of Arcadia Bay they don't put on the postcards.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting what that made me think of. I don't think the engine is in this one. Yeah, I think this one's also destroyed.
This one won't work.
Weirdly, that made me think of this conversation I was having, I think maybe last year, who knows, time is fake, but with Sarah, I think, about during like Autism Acceptance Month and how like it's often tends to focus on a very specific kind of autistic person and like put forward this like, you know, like accomplished, put together, you know, let's face it, often white, kind of like speaking, often like low support needs kind of autistic person that can present this sort of like model autistic like person, like excellence kind of inspiration porn bullshit. And like I think some people don't even realize that like that's what they're doing. And like so, like the autistic people themselves, I don't think they're trying to present themselves as like the only view of autism or the only like kind of autistic person that exists. But like that's the kind of stuff that gets like very like, you know, streamlined or like has more of a spotlight put on it and gets the most popular. If you think about like the autistic influencers that get really, really popular, it's usually like white people, like attractive, like white people who are like speaking and can like mask and pass reasonably as like allistic or not autistic. But like, and sometimes like they're people of color, but they usually also fulfill that other criteria. And then like, that leaves out a bunch of other people, like the non-speaking, like high support needs, autistic people with intellectual disabilities, autistic people in the global south, like in Palestine, for example. Like I'm constantly thinking about like autistic people in Palestine, especially during Autism Acceptance Month. And that's why we started having this conversation, me and Sarah, about like the autistic people and like what they're going through, especially like what they were going through during like the ongoing genocide in Gaza. Like constant bombings, how that would be sensory hell. And, you know, lack of proper nutrition. Like you already have issues with eating and like sensory stuff surrounding certain foods. And now you like barely have any food. So you can't really afford to be picky. And like just how you would process all of that stuff. It's just like I can barely process my own life, let alone like undergoing fucking genocide. And I was also thinking about like autistic sex workers, autistic homeless people, like autistic drug users, like, or all of the above. Like, that's not really the side of autism that gets like sort of like spotlighted and like focused on during Autism Acceptance Month. And like, there's a reason for that, obviously. And I think it's a shame. And I think we all should maybe think more about that and what we can do to combat that. Obviously, I don't want to speak for certain people, but maybe figure out ways to like try and find and boost those voices. I don't know.
Ought to be a battery under one of these car hoods, right? Wow. Shitty ride drug dealer. Really thought crime paid better.
Well, it was probably nicer before the cops like tore open the seats and shit. Warning, this vehicle has been seized and impounded in execution of a warrant/order. This vehicle is distrained and impounded in accordance with the authority provided by Rule 42 of the Oregon Magistrates Court Rules in pursuance of Section 2.1 of the Narcotics Damage Act of 1985. It is an offense to, without lawful excuse, destroy, damage, or tamper with this property. Cool. And there's a boot on the car. Honestly, other than that, it doesn't look too bad.
What are you trying to hide under there, Hood?
I love how they give you a shot of the button just to make sure you don't miss it. There you go. The goodies are mine. By goodies, I mean car battery.
Here we go. The pick of the litter.
The way she just, like, puts an entire car battery in her back pocket. Like, fuck. That mechanic will never not make me laugh.
I used to love opening up the diner with Mom before school. I guess those days are now officially over.
Yes, this is blocked off, yeah. I think that's where one of the bottles was, when those things are stacked. That thing, it gets stacked on the other thing and then it accidentally almost falls. Or it starts to fall and then Max rewinds. Where art thou, pirate ship? I didn't really look this way.
This junkyard is massive. I'll explore more after I take this battery back to the truck.
Okay, fine. Careful, you could very easily, like, drop that on your finger. Christ alive, Chloe! Be mindful of your own safety. I'm begging you. She actually looks excited. Just so cute. And the Anne Bonny license plate. Sorry, I forgot the word for a second. Nice how they just left the screwdriver there for you. What was I saying? The Anne Bonny license plate is a reference to Chloe, and how her and Max used to pretend to be pirates.
It's more love than I can give right now.
Also, Anne Bonny was a queer pirate.
Maybe I can spruce it up a bit.
She was sapphic. I think it is either speculated or confirmed, maybe. I don't remember.
Probably a good idea to cover over this with something. While an escape hatch could be nice, I should probably cover over this massive hole.
Yeah, no shit. Also, Chloe, I don't think you can fit through there. I think that's being a little optimistic.
Maybe there's another light bulb I can put in here.
Okay. Let's go looking for shit. I guess
Okay.
it's meant to
Let's
imply
see what else
that
this trash heap has to offer.
it's meant to imply that this is before she put the Twin Peaks one on there. I guess because she would have to change the license plate. But I think it's also maybe because Before the Storm forgot about the Twin Peaks license plate. Like Deck 9 when they were making Before the Storm. Let's take the little Elvis statue guy into the butt. Nature's pocket, as they say.
I think I'm all smashed out. For now.
Sorry, where am I going again? I'm lost. Right. Light bulb.
Light the way, Robobulb.
Christ, Chloe. Be a bit more rough, why don't you? There, I think there's a pirate flag here. There we go.
This might make the perfect cover for that torn seat.
I don't know if we're going to be able to hear the radio if we try and turn it on. Yeah, it's just silence. Had a feeling. Oh boy. Alright, let's try and climb the thingamajigabobber.
These magazines are so gross. Who would look at this? Okay, I'm still looking, but it's only because I'm so fixated by how weird it is.
Just lesbian things. When you're like, oh my god, like, the exploitation of women in pornography is so gross. Like, oh my god, look at the way women are, like, sexualized in media and stuff. And then 5 seconds later, you're like, okay, yeah, I'm still watching, but it's still bad. Like, I still oppose patriarchy and stuff, but, like, damn, she's hot. What's that meme from, like, a million years ago? That I saw on Tumblr of Jane Lynch, I think, from
I
Glee,
know one fire that doesn't need any poking.
who played Sue Sylvester in Glee,
You're a long way from the country club, guy.
of her talking about, like, Sports Illustrated magazines or something, and saying, like, as a feminist, I'm appalled by these images, but as a lesbian, I'm delighted.
Now this is a vortex club I wouldn't mind joining.
Be whoever you are as we eat, drink, and merrily say fuck you to Reagan and his oppressive capitalist regime. Vortex Club. Communism, atheism, and free love. Love it. 10 out of 10. It'd be nice if, like, you didn't have to be an atheist to join. Like, we could have some religious people in there. Like, cool religious people. But, like, I get where they're coming from. Especially, like, in the 80s. With, like, very, like, you know, waspy, like, Christianity and stuff. Outcasts Unite, The Motley Ball, Blackwell Academy, Class of 81. Yeah, that's cool. I want to see if I can find the, mat, like the, Home Sweet Home mat or whatever. It's gotta be around here somewhere. I know it's around here somewhere.
Gotta love a place where even Christmas looks depressing.
It's actually pretty cool how much, like, random stuff is in this place. Like, I would have had a field day. There's the rug.
This rug has some miles on it.
I don't know, do I want it or do I want the green thing? Sure.
Today, you begin an exciting new life as a floor mat.
Disappears into the butt. Did we look at everything? Oh, this is where we were smashing everything.
Sorry, Max. I think I'm more jealous of you than anything. Hopefully, I'll be escaping this place soon, too.
See what I mean? Like the softness in her voice? God, it makes me want to throw something. It's so good.
Wow. I should angry graffiti more often.
Yes, you should. It's wonderful. Alright, hang on.
Glass looks way prettier when it's broken. Wonder what else that's true for.
David's face. No, nothing could make that man pretty.
Bottles everywhere, and not one beer to drink.
Yeah, just like Life is Strange 1. Hang on, I want to get on the boat first. Gotta go back this way. Come on. She isn't going very quickly.
Better head back to the truck.
Yeah, just hang on. Me trying to do anything athletic.
Damn, you cigarettes.
Ugh, light of my life. For me, it's more like, damn you, brownies and chips. I would love to start smoking, but I know me and I know how I am with substances, and it would not end well. Also, my mother would kill me. And I do still share a living space with her, so I kind of have to be wary of that.
Shit.
Yeah. It's a big one. Alright, I think we do some graffiti here.
What do I want to tell my fellow sailors of the 7 trash heaps?
Buried treasure. Let's be more optimistic. Radical, piratical. Nice.
I don't know for a fact that there isn't buried treasure there.
Buried. Interesting pronunciation. I wonder if the voice actor is, I don't know, maybe not American. Who says buried? So, it might be a, like, regional Canadian thing, but, like, I know we, the people of around where I live, don't say buried, we say buried. It's so funny, whenever we start talking about, like, Canadian shit in the Game Assist stream, everyone, well, some people don't know, but everyone collectively forgets that I am Canadian.
I can't believe Rachel set that fire.
Because I know Sarah knows.
But I also don't think she didn't mean to.
Yeah.
Crazy that something so destructive can also be so beautiful. Or a fire that began in a trash can.
Metaphors and imagery.
Light up the entire sky.
Metaphors and imagery all over the place. I don't actually think that,
In conclusion, fire. Pretty sweet.
What was I saying? I don't actually think, the, like, analogies of, like, oh, Rachel is the fire are that, like, spot on, because, like, she's also associated with stars, and then, like, you have, like, in the future, it's actually just coming up, the dream sequence with William when he says sometimes there's a greater beauty yet to come, and then the stars appear. So I think you could read it as like fire is a part of Rachel, like and a part of their relationship, like Chloe and Rachel's dynamic, and like a part of Rachel, like in her pain and her trauma, but like she's also like the stars and like their beauty, and I don't know, you know, people aren't just one thing, because a lot of people will interpret it very like surface level, like, oh, Rachel's the fire, she's dangerous and destructive, and like her beauty's alluring, but watch out, she's gonna like burn you, so it means that like Chloe needs to stay away from Rachel because she's toxic and a bad person and blah 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 blah. And it's like, fucking shut the fuck up. Like, it's just a way for people to be misogynistic about a 16-year-old girl who has made mistakes and doesn't always make the greatest choices, but like is literally just trying her best and is 16 goddamn years old, and like, I'm so sick of it. Anyways, what was I saying before? Oh yeah, about like, in the Game Assist chat, like literally like, people will start talking about Canada like it's some faraway, distant, foreign place that like no one's ever been to, and it's really funny. And like, I'll be like, I'm actually Canadian, and I'm telling you that like, this is this way, or like this isn't a thing, or whatever, and everyone just kind of like ignores that, or maybe they just miss my messages. But it's funny the way everyone's just kind of like has like collective amnesia around the fact that I'm Canadian, because like they hear my voice and they assume I'm American based on the way I speak. Which is why it was funny when Sarah in the Lost Records Game Assist stream was like, oh yeah, like you can usually tell someone's Canadian based on their accent. And I was like, you thought I was American when you first heard me speak until I told you I was Canadian. So like, I feel like someone here's confused, and I don't know if it's me or you. It's no big deal. It's just, it's funny.
Avast! Or whatever. Always nice to know you won't accidentally fall out into the road while driving.
Nice. Let me do the graffiti first. Shit.
You can hang here, but I get to pick the tunes. Okay? Good talk. This thing looks like a rusted out shopping cart. Probably drives like one too. That's if it ever does drive, which seems questionable.
You can do it, Chloe.
Still,
I believe in you.
How sweet would that be?
I love how she's just straight up talking to herself out loud now.
Yeah?
Bryce, it's Frank.
Oh. Hey, Frank. What's up?
Yeah, just checking in to see how you're doing.
No,
Really?
you're not.
No. Listen, we've got some business to discuss. Where can we meet?
What about?
I'm out of coffee.
Oh, like drugs?
Bryce,
I'm hanging out in the junkyard, north of town.
the junkyard. That's great. Stay there, I'll see you soon.
Okay. And Frank,
Burner phone?
after you hang up, are you going to smash your phone, like in the movies? And if so, can I smash it?
Light of my
Trust me,
life.
Bryce. If I ever have to smash anything, you'll want nothing to
He's so like,
I'll see you.
everything's so serious and I'm so tough and bleh. It's okay, whatever. Okay, can I please do the graffiti now?
Time for a hard
There we go.
smoke break. You only get one chance to make a first expression.
Frightening. think if you pick mystical, you get the Illuminati eye, the one I want to get as a tattoo. But I also like You Are About to Die.
This
Because
would
it's
give
like...
intruders something to think about.
It's foreshadowing in a way, because she does die at the beginning of Life is Strange, but Max saves her.
Technically,
It's like a
we're
prophecy,
all about
but
to die. If you take a wide enough
one that
view
is
of things.
actively thwarted, which I think is kind of cool. You can get the beanie in there, too.
What do we have here?
Should probably wash it first.
Yep. This'll do. Fixing the truck was hard work.
No, I
Time
meant
to
to
kick
look
back
at the
and
singing man
does
first.
Principal Wells eat pizza with a fork and knife?
Oh my god. My stepdad does that.
I knew there was something off about that guy.
Alright, let's smoke then. Sound of silence. Yeah, this is where you hear the instrumental of Hole in the Earth again. Such a good song. Also, the unplugged version of All I Wanted is so good. I have it on my Spotify. That's the song that plays, well, actually, just the regular version of All I Wanted plays while she's up in the pirate ship. But the unplugged version is just, like, so, like, devastating in a very particular way. So good. Time to have another dad dream.